Welcome to another lesson by yourtechvision.com, and today I'm going to teach you a few more key commands on how to do envelopes. But one of the most important is oops, when I goofed and typed out something. No, you do not need to retype it. Let's Alt V Z and make this nice and big so we can see it. Alt V Z. Oh yeah, I just Alt tabbed if you didn't know how to do that. Alt tab quickly changes you around to your programs. Let's just hit 2 for 200%. I'm going to sit on my Alt, hit your tab, see, and you can easily move through. That regains focus. So I'm going to Control Home and move my key cursor up there. If I Control Shift down arrow, I can select that. And you will notice my hotkey command is already over here with Shift F3. So Shift F3 and ta-da, all small. There is title case and we're back to caps. So if you want one of those without the other, there you go. Now let me teach you another quick trick while I'm here. I'm going to have you hit F7 on that. No, you do not need to completely change all that. Once again, I'm just going to hit Control Home, hit my F7, and it's going to correct that. I want oops spelled like that, so I'm going to Alt I to ignore that. And does need to be smaller, so Alt C to change that. All out in, yeah, in needs to be smaller, so Alt C to change that. And then it's done, and then it's all corrected. So you actually don't need to go back and change even that. So Shift F3, we love that. Okay, so how to do envelopes. Let's Control N as in Nancy, or N as in new. Control N, and we're going to make a envelope. So we're going to go to Page Layout, so Alt and then P to Page Layout. Now I'm going to go up here, notice, Size, SZ, and hopefully you've been following along on these lessons, so if I'm going too fast, watch the newer ones. They will actually teach you all of these things up to this point. I'm hitting up arrow. The reason why I'm hitting up arrow is because this is like a huge circle. I could down arrow, but it would take me all these ways to go down arrow versus I can up arrow and only do it 3 times. Hit enter on envelope. We actually have an envelope right now. Let's go ahead and Alt V and Z and change back down to 75% so you can see the envelope. Well, that's positioned incorrectly. You can't type anything on that yet. So back to page layout. Alt, and of course I'm hitting P. Those who have been with me so far, you can see that's a P. Yep, hit P for page layout. Now we need to change all of these. We need to change our margins, our orientation, and our size. So let's go ahead and hit margins next. M. Point 3. Now, if you do not have point 3 listed already, you can go all the way down and hit A to customize. So let's hit A. Let's say I don't have point 3. Point 3 tab, point 3 tab, point 3 tab, point 3. Ta-da! Beautiful. And now I can actually change my orientation right here also. I'm just going to tab. There's my orientation. It's portrait right now. I need to right arrow to landscape. And if you take a look at your preview, you can see what it's going to look like. And I want this for the whole document. Enter is the default to close, if you recall, and there we are. If you forget to change your orientation, you can always do Alt P and then hit that O up there. See, right there's your O. Hit your O and down to landscape. So if you forget it, no big deal. Okay, so first you're going to type in your name, okay? And I live here. You bet. Okay, and now hit your enter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About 8 times. 9 doesn't hurt. Depends on how long your address is. So the next key command I want you to take you to is your tab set. So I want you to do Alt O T, and here's your tab set. Now we want this to go in about 4 inches because, and I'll show you in just a second, hit your enter and close. If you look up here at your measuring tool, you can see the envelope is almost 9 inches. So you need a tab set about in the middle of your envelope. A lot of people think, oh, I can just do a Control E. Yes, you could. You could do a Control E, but if you do Control E, you can, let's just type out a whole bunch and then hit Enter. They're not lined up to the left. Okay, so let's just Control Z and undo all of that and move back. But with our tab sets, we get that nice even margin. So now hit your tab once, and person goes here, enter, tab, da 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 da, and street, okay? Even if you forget, no big deal. Go ahead and just hit your home and tab, and it immediately moves over there. And so now you have this beautiful envelope. Control P opens your print dialog box. All you have to remember is make sure you position that envelope in your printer correctly, and you rock and roll with a brand new beautiful envelope. Hit enter at that point and it prints out. Okay, go practice those skills.